Good morning, freediving family. We are wrecking today. We're going out to dive some of Coron's epic wrecks, and oh my, look who we have here.
Adam,
Shane!
what are you doing here?
Cebu Pacific Air offered to fly us to any destination in the Philippines, and we chose Coron. A huge part of that decision was because of how many World War II wrecks they have there. Today we're off to dive the East Tangat wreck. They're not actually sure if it was a tugboat or an anti-submarine vessel, but it's a very accessible little wreck. The top of the bow is only 3 meters deep, and it rolls down to about 19 meters. Because the wreck is so intact, they think that the crew scuttled the wreck after all of the air raids from the US. Also, this is the first time I've ever used a dive torch when I'm exploring a wreck or a cave or anything like that, and it makes all the difference.
Right next to the wreck, there was this really cool private beach. We weren't 100% sure if we were allowed on the beach, so we just swam around and enjoyed the water. Well, I did while Adam flew his drone.
I'm actually becoming an absolute weapon pilot with the drone. Just saying. I'm just getting better and better as the days go on. Look at this smooth flying. You wouldn't even believe how much skill is in...
Yeah, he just crashed the drone.
To get the drone back, which took us ages, we had to climb up these like really sharp limestone cliffs, and I sacrificed quite a bit of flesh to get the drone back. But we got it back, and we flew it later on that day. It was fine. I'll tell you what, those things can take a beating.
After we crashed the drone, we called it a day.
Adzi,
Our fearless leader, where are we going today?
we are going to the Ikikawa Maru shipwreck. Japanese tanker, sank in 1944 by American bombers.
Wow.
It's a big wreck, 160 meters, sitting upright in 26 meters of water with a lot of big holes, penetrations. We love penetrations. If anyone here is going to do any penetrations today, you must use protection in the form of a safety buddy.
Game begin.
This wreck blew us away. I have never seen anything so massive. When you're swimming along the deck, it kind of just feels like it's the ocean floor. It's so vast.
I'd been battling a flu for a couple days, and this was the first dive I did on the wreck. And yep, that's the exact moment I realised I burst my sinus. So there's my heart absolutely breaking, because I'm going to have to sit out and not dive for a couple days.
The Ikikawa Maru is an oil tanker, and after the first air raid, it stayed floating for 3 weeks, just burning on fire. It wasn't until a later air raid that blew open the bow, that completely separated the bow of the ship from the rest of it, and you can see here as Shane's cruising along, the bow sits facing upward. The top of the deck is only 10 meters deep, which means it's a super easy and accessible wreck to dive. These are the holes that Shane was talking about penetrating. Now, we actually forgot to bring the dive torch this day, so none of us were really game to go too deep into it because it was quite dark down there, but we wish we brought the torch along.
Everyone had such a good time diving that wreck. Look at Adam, having a grand old time. And look at Shane, also having a great time. Everyone's having a great time, but me, because of my busted sinus.
The Morazan Maru wreck is a little bit deeper than the previous wreck that we went to. The top of it is about 20 odd meters deep, so it's a bit more of a swim to get down there. It was originally built in England as a passenger vessel, but in 1941, during World War II, the Japanese captured it in Shanghai. The wreck itself sits on its side, and you can see me now swimming alongside the top of the deck. It's not as monstrous as that previous wreck we just dove on, but it's still 90 meters long. It has so many great little swim-throughs and tunnels to play in, and some mighty big chambers to penetrate. The coral growth on the wrecks here is truly amazing. You can really tell how long they've been underwater for. What an incredible day. I've never seen wrecks so massive and impressive before. Truly incredible.
Join us next time when we get to stay on a beautiful secluded houseboat in an incredible bay.
We also get to check out the world famous Apo Reef, one of the most pristine reefs in Southeast Asia, and it truly was. Support us on Patreon and subscribe to join the freediving family. Also, check out this video because I think you might like it. Otherwise, this is the most recent video that I've added to my channel.